Imagination. Thank you, Irene. Imagination. Oh no, we weren't recording the meeting. If you missed the beginning of this call, what a shame, because it was so good. Imagination is what will unlock new levels of wealth. And so when you are operating in scarcity, when you are operating in you don't know what to do, when you are putting that goal, like I talked about in the beginning of this call, you're putting it so far off and into some distant land that you have no idea if it's really ever going to happen, but it makes you feel cozy and safe. And so you keep putting it off and putting it off. Oh, in the future, in 2025, I'll be, no, you won't. No, you won't. You know why I know you won't? Because you are embodying someone who doesn't take action. And the people at the top, the 1%ers, they move. And so while you're waiting to figure it out, I'm figuring it out. And I've figured it out 10 times, fallen on my face, have the entire strategy and plan. And then you're sitting and wondering, what's the strategy? What's the plan? When the real thing is get around people, get in the frequency of the people that are going. And so when you're going for something and it's Buckwild, it's crazy, it's scary, it's new to you, and then you get into this mindset of scarcity, you need to tap into a superpower that I use all the time, which is imagination. Imagination is what will allow you and your brain to find this strategy when there was no strategy. Well, it will help you find the way when you didn't have the way. How many of you are inside of 50 to Freedom? 50 to Freedom is our 50-day challenge we're doing in the Freedom Queen membership. Maybe Team Freedom Queen, put the link to join our Freedom Queen membership in the chat if you're not inside of it. One of the things that we do every day inside of 50 to Freedom is get in a wealth state. Now, I don't just like work out and then finish my workout. I get myself in this state of winning. And when I'm in the state of winning, what happens naturally from like a very just brain science standpoint, you tap into creativity, imagination, innovation. And so when I'm working out, I'm doing the Freedom Queen. I actually just created a Freedom Queen choreography for getting you in this state. I'm going to be dropping it soon. When I'm working out, this is when I'm getting these ideas. This is when it's coming through. This is why a private client asked me recently, like, do you ask your mentor strategy questions? No. I'm the strategy. Now, do I know strategy? Yes, but how did I learn strategy? From action. While some people are waiting to figure out how to make 100K months, still, I was like, I'm just gonna go do it. And if you look back through the story I told on day one, what is that golden thread? The golden thread wasn't, oh, I'll do it next year. Oh, I'll do it the year after. Oh, next month. Oh, you know what? I'm not ready to be in that mastermind, so I'm not going to join. Oh, I'm not ready to, go to that event, so I'm not going to join. The first time I went to my first conference, I wasn't even making 10K months. I was terrified to be there. I whipped out my credit card. I definitely could not afford to be there, but I did it anyways. I was planning to be in Europe, so I was going to fly from Croatia to Florida, pay for a hotel, pay for a flight, but I was like, I don't move by way of evidence. I move by way of faith. And so by then I'm going to be completely unrecognizable. Watch me. Some of you are still operating in this way of like, one day, one day, one day. What about now? The time is now. And some of you watching this, and I know this for some of you, my higher level clients inside of this space as well. I see you here, mastermind private clients, headquarters clients. Some of you might not need to do something differently because that hasn't always been my journey. It's not that you need to like drop an offer right now. Some of you, what you need to do is shift internally, have an identity shift inside where you say, I'm going for it. I'm going Buckwild. I am unrestrained, uncontrollable. I'm the 1% crazy. It's this feeling inside of like, where are you putting things off? Some of you were like, I want to make 10K months, but really, you could be making 30K months, but you've subscribed to someone's idea that 10K is like your next milestone. That might be their next milestone, but not yours. It might be their next milestone to make 50K, but really you can go to 80. It might be their next milestone to make 100K, but really you can go to 200K. And so you're limiting yourself by listening to someone else's. You're limiting yourself by listening to someone else's ceiling when your potential is 100x their potential. And that's not their fault, that's your fault. But you have to be aware of this and go, where energetically and strategically the moves that you're making in your life are you delaying your big success? Put Buckwild in the chat, this is landing for you. Where are you delaying your success versus collapsed timelines? Let's go. So when I invested in that mastermind, when I wasn't making 100K months and everyone else in the room was making 100K months, and I was the smallest person in the room, and she said, this is for people 100K months. And I was like, I'm in, because I'm going to be there. Duh. Scared. Don't know if I should do this. Afraid. Oh my gosh, I already had a mentor at the time. Do I need to be doing, I was already in a year-long mastermind. Do I need to be doing this? Yes. 2 months later, I had my first 100K sales month. The next month I had a $98,000 cash month after my first 100K sales month. 2 months later, I had my first 100K cash month, 100K cash months, now 200K cash months. You got to start shifting into this identity and this way of being of it's already happening. It's already here. I'm not putting it off. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. And so what I would love to do now is do some very deep hot seat coaching with a few of you. And we're going to bring a couple of you up in just a moment here. And a reminder that one person's going to get the Freedom Queen necklace. So at any time I say something for you, is something I love that you guys do is you'll pull out quotes that I say, and then you'll share them to your Instagram story and tag me. If you want to do a boomerang and tag me right after this call, like right afterwards, the team and I are going to go on. We have a meeting. We're going to go on and check one winner and send you a custom Freedom Queen necklace made by our designer. So share something from this. Now, what I would love to do is bring up a few people for some hot seat coaching. And the way that I do this, some of you already know, is by putting hot seat in the chat, and we'll see how many we can get through. But the point is not to get through so many people. The point is to go deep together and have a really amazing conversation. And I might pick out of order here as well. And then, because some of you already know, just put hot seat in the chat. And then reminder, if you haven't signed up for the Freedom Queen Live Buckwild offer, Team Freedom Queen put that in the chat, and our membership in the chat as well. And Freedom Queen Live, oh my gosh, you guys, it's insane. It's insane, it's insane, it's insane. We're gonna hit our goal, which I'm so excited for. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna bring up some people, and I'm just going to go to your page and go to your profile on here and unmute you. And when you come up, note I won't be answering questions that are like, can you look at my Instagram bio? That's not Buckwild. It literally doesn't matter. Just you can work on that on your own. I won't be answering questions like, can you look at my Instagram? Can we make a sales strategy? I will be looking for questions on, okay, I want to go Buckwild in this area. I'm having this mindset thing. I need to break through this. What would you do in this scenario to create a quantum leap? Do you see something differently inside of the way that I'm looking at this that I'm not seeing? Any question around going Buckwild, being crazy, unrestrained, uncontrollable? Okay, so I'm going to unmute Shani first, and Team Freedom Queen, I've got the order, so you don't need to focus on that. So let's bring up Shani first. I just asked to unmute you.
Hey y'all. So I'm so excited I could barely talk right now, okay? So I just booked a trip to Paris because I've been wanting to go to Paris, and I was really trying to think of what could be Buckwild for me because we know how I get down. And the only thing that I could think of was just book a fucking flight to Paris. So I just booked the flight to Paris, and I don't currently have any major offers going on. I have my collective and like, you know,
Yeah.
my typical experiences going on. So I want to do something fucking, I don't know. So whatever you got, Bridge, like I need some crazy inspo.
Wait, this is so Freedom Queen of you. But
No,
when are you going to Paris? When is this happening?
on July 28th, like soon as fuck. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. So this is literally how I live my life too. I'm like, let's book the plane ticket. We're going to Thailand or wherever, Paris. So, okay. So a couple of things. I would have a couple of offers. And I actually just did this with a private client. One thing I love to do while traveling, it's totally buck wild, is drop an offer while you're in the sky, and it's only available while you're flying high. So it's like, I call it like the first class and caviar, or we fly high bundles, or whatever you want to call it. So the offers are only available while you're in the sky, but warm up your list and your people so that they know you're going to be dropping this. So they're kind of aware of it, or you can do it in your broadcast channel or a select group. So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another offer we did, I know you were in this and I've done it before for Thailand, but when I went to Dubai, I did the Dubai experience. And that is an offer where essentially you walk them through, which you guys, Dubai experience is available for purchase if you guys want to get this one. I love this offer. It's a behind the scenes of your experience, Shawnee. And so only do that offer if you want to be delivering inside of that group for the week. But it's like, I did audio drops of what it was like with the photo shoot and why I'm doing from the downloads. And I had Robbie come in. So that's another offer.
Okay.
And then another one is, it could be an offer that sells just while you're there. And I would make sure that most of them are like passive offers. So it could be the Paris bundle.
Okay.
And while you're there, it's a culmination of a couple of courses that you already have. Maybe you do like one live group call with everybody, because that would be an amazing place to nurture and build the relationship, sell into your Dream Girl program. And then that's what I would do. And the reason I say mostly passive is especially because I have a lot of clients that have traveled and then tried to sell live offers, and then they're traveling, and it's like, you need to be very clear that you're not going to deliver on that offer until you get back.
Right.
So,
And I'm planning on doing at least going to 2 of the Olympic games, because it is during the Olympics. So like I timed it on purpose. So I don't want to have to do too much. I want everything to be passive. So definitely. I'm thinking I'm gonna do all of the options that you said, because I feel like I could do all of them if I pre-plan it, because it just kind of makes sense. But yes. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And there's some other great ones in the chat, doing a VIP day if you want to sell one of those. You know, even if you don't do a VIP day, but just sell it, like put it out there. Like, I'm doing a VIP weekend for it. Definitely make it more than 5 figures, more than $10,000, like anywhere from the $10,000 to $50,000 range.
Okay.
And then put that out there. And if anything, that just lets your audience know, like, I'm a luxury brand. I do VIP days in Paris. And so you can buy that offer, my high ticket offer, or you can buy my $500 bundle, or my $1,000 program, or my $2,000 program.
Okay, cool. This is perfect. I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. Yes, I had a 7-figure client book with me because of VIP day experience I posted about. Yes. I love the Dubai experience. That's so good. If you guys want to join the Dubai experience, I should sell that more frequently. It's so good. Okay. Let me keep coming into the chat here. We love Shawnee. Yes, we do. I want the link for Freedom Queen Live. This is my scary next move, and I'm coming solo from me, and that is buck fucking wild. Jess, when you sign up for Freedom Queen Live on the call today, can you come back in and celebrate with me here? When you sign up, you also get your 30-minute private call with me. So let's do a huge celebration. Congratulations, Jess. I have done a couple solo trips, actually many. When I first quit my job, I booked a solo trip. I didn't talk about this yesterday, but I booked a solo trip to San Diego. And I remember people in my close life saying to me, like, why would you do that? Why, like, you're going to fly across the country. I was living in New York City at the time, and I rented this little shack of a garage. And I remember, Jess, it was the most transformational week of my life. I rented a little Hyundai Elantra. I drove with the windows down on like the coastlines, singing Queen of California by John Mayer. And I remember in that little garage shack that I rented for the week, it was so cute and like very trendy style San Diego. I didn't have a kitchen. And so I was eating like protein bars and yogurt, Greek yogurt and granola and some other things every day. But that's really where Freedom Queen was birthed. And I actually have a video of me inside of this area. Because at the time I was doing coaching, fitness coaching, nutrition coaching, and supporting someone else run their own coaching business. Okay, so I was doing a lot. And at the time, I would do these embodiment practices where I choreographed a 1-minute phrase where I said to myself, you will be in a relationship, you will have a house around the world, you will make $100K a year, and you will be your own boss and own your own company. And to be here now where I have way more than that is insane. But that to me was like the first Buckwild offer or the Buckwild move for me, where I like did that. And even though people judge me, like, why would you go around the world or go across the planet, go across the country and do that and be alone? That to me was everything. And I still have that video of me inside of that little garage. I should share it with you guys actually, because it's very cute. Solo trips are the best. I'm coming, need to officially book. Brittany, Jess, make sure that you book your ticket tonight, or you have a little bit into your morning tomorrow, so you get the 30-day or 30-minute call. Okay, yes, going to Paris. Val is here yesterday. We're going to Paris. We're doing a VIP weekend in Paris this October, right after Freedom Queen Live. She has a baby. She's flying from Montreal. She's a 2-year-old flying from Montreal to Freedom Queen Live. Then we're going to Paris 2 weeks later. So that's pretty next level. Okay, let's bring up Kayla. So Kayla, I'm gonna ask to unmute you. Let's see, where is JK? There we go. Kayla, come on up.
Hello, I'm loving this call so far. I loved yesterday too. This has been so needed. So thank you for doing this.
Of course.
My question is, I have been revamping my whole product suite. I have been discarding anything that's not a full body yes. And would you have any suggestions on how to use your intuition in a way where you can just take off with an idea? I get a lot of inspiration, and then I find myself halting of like, I have too many ideas. I don't really know what to do with all of them, if that makes sense.
Totally. I'm like a creative, I don't believe in human design, but I'm a manifesting generator, Gemini, left-handed. I went to dance school. Like when it comes to ideation, I'm doing it 24/7. Okay. So I'll walk you through my process, and then I want to hear about yours as well. So when I get an idea and I know it's a 100% let's freaking go, you need to do this now, I will drop it pretty much right away. So when I know this is an offer that needs to go out, I will drop it right away. And also, I just saw Jess, VIP ticket purchase. It's happening. Welcome, Jess. As a reminder, Jess, you got the 2 hours when you joined VIP. You got the 2 hours, you get the 2-hour private Telegram. So congratulations. Okay. So when I get an idea for something, I fully start executing on it. I saw Brittany said, so you don't do the launch plan. If the offer needs a plan, so if it needs a runway before the plane can actually take off, I will start executing the plan, the launch plan. However, what I don't do is you will never, ever, ever see me. This is me personally. I will never sit down and now I'm going to create a launch plan for 4 hours and have everything perfect and ready to go. I'm building the ship while I'm setting sail. And so I do have some things planned, but not everything. Now, Kayla, for those moments where I get the idea, but I'm like, I don't exactly know where the puzzle piece fits inside of everything else. So I'm going to pause on that for a moment. So, for example, we had the idea of doing Buckwild in June, and it hadn't 100% landed yet. I'm like, it's not June. It's not June. Team, we're gonna move it to July, and that's when we're going to have the actual event and how we're having it now, which is perfect timing. And so I'm very intuitive when I do launch and sell, but also strategic in a way of like, okay, does this make sense to be launching this right now, or should I not? Now, Kayla, I'm wondering, is this an issue financially? Like, is this an issue with the amount of money that you're making? Is it blocking you that way because you're creating all these offers and that's stopping you from making money? Or is it more of what I was talking about with my own planning?
It's not financially because I just turned down 2 one-on-one clients today, but it was not a perfect fit. So I redirected them to people who I found, or I, in my opinion, thought that they would be better suited with. But
Okay.
for me, I think that I've just given away my power to like launch plans and to be like, okay, this needs to be how many weeks out, and really just hearing you give like the permission of like, you can really do it your own way and finding what works good for you. And I lose momentum as I built something. I've never launched something and had it not work because I lose the momentum and I'm like, nope, that dream has died off. I don't want to do that anymore. Let's go over here. So everything I promote does well, but I just have felt this heaviness around not following through with it. But now it makes sense because I'm following someone else's strategy, and that doesn't always work.
So this is so Buckwild, and I know you'll get this. And the women inside of my mastermind are some are like this, and some are the opposite. Some need more planning, and that's their superpower, and then some aren't. But it's really identifying the best way that you launch. For example, one of my mastermind clients, Courtney, she's been in the mastermind forever. One of the things that we identified in the month of May, where she just had her highest cash month, she had a $70,000 cash month, was her superpower in terms of launching and selling is going buck wild. It's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And she just like sold out everything. And same thing in the month of June. But when she gets into this state of like, and now I have to plan it, it doesn't work for her. But for some clients, that's their next level of buck wild. For some clients, their buck wild is like, I need to have everything ready to go, lined up, and then this is going to drop, and then this is automated. And some people, it's in the middle. And one other thing around this, Kayla, is I love studying like people who are really, really buck wild, like Olympians. It's a great example. I love watching the track trials. Olympians, you know, Elon Musk is a great example, or one of my mentors, Russell Brunson. I'm in his mastermind. And the other day he was talking about how he's like, I think a lot of you guys are going to really love this. People were asking him like, what's your launch plan? Like basically how do you strategize? What's your strategy? And he's like, I've built my company off of excitement, charisma, energy, ideas. He's like, my launch plan is me sitting in he didn't use the word launch plan because he has different lingo, but my strategy is sitting in my office like late at night with thousands of books around me, post-it notes, things on my iPhone, things on my computer. And I'm just like, this is it. This is what we have to do. And it's very like mad scientist. I've used that analogy before. It's very like, oh my gosh. And if that's how you operate, Kayla, that's your superpower. You're going to make a lot more money. And that's how I operate to this day. Like I can think of so many offers that I've dropped like on a whim. I'm just like, oh, Stripe link, here we go. Program sells out in a second.
I love that you said that because behind me I have a array of papers and notebooks of like different notes, and I was like, wow, I should clean this up. But then I'm like, that's kind of how I operate best though. It's just having it all out there. So thank you so much. This is awesome.
You're so welcome. And the thing is like quantum growth isn't linear. And so if you're trying to calculate your linear plan to go buck wild, it's like that does not align. If you're just like, I'm going to set it free, I'm going to tap into a flow state, I'm going to be that next, this is like a more advanced conversation that we're having here. I'm going to be that next level version of myself. You're going to do things that most people won't do. I did a VIP weekend in Costa Rica earlier this year, and I love this question my client asked me. She was basically like, how do you plan content so quickly? And I was saying I operate in a flow state. So there's not like, it's pure artistry. It's pure like Buckwild, pure 1%. There's not like oh, I'm going to make content now, and then I'm going to run the business, and then I'm going to do these things. It's like pure masterpiece, pure artistry. And that's what allows me to do the more Buckwild things that just maybe don't happen for most because they get stuck in the overcalculated plan. Yeah. Authentic Tara. Hey, Tara, I love seeing you, Tara, on the TikTok channel. I love that explanation. Quantum growth isn't linear. Love it. Hey, Jenny Lynn. Pearl says inspired action moving from divine intelligence. Yes. Can you do another VIP weekend in Costa Rica? So we do actually, there's a couple of you, I think you're in this room that you might qualify for this. So we're doing an affiliate competition for Freedom Queen Live. When you bring 10 people, you qualify to win a VIP weekend in Costa Rica with me. And so you have to bring 10 people. And so there's a couple people that are like almost there, and bring 10 people. And what a lot of people are doing, the people that are close to winning the VIP weekend in Costa Rica, they're bringing their clients. And so they're bringing 10 clients and their community members and their team members. And so while they're at Freedom Queen Live, they're going to be hosting their own mini event at the event itself. And when you enter into this competition, when you get the 10 people, I'm going to help you actually plan your own mini weekend during the Freedom Queen Live weekend, which is pretty cool. So if you guys want to come to Costa Rica and get it, bring 10 friends. Yes, Katie, it's so big. Yeah, it's a totally different brain. Yeah, Irene, you're coming to Costa Rica for sure. Yeah. Okay, let me come back, and I'm loving these questions. Aren't you just loving hearing everyone's hot seat? Okay, let's bring up Jess. And Jess, when you come up, I would love to know what was the poll for Freedom Queen Live, and also welcome.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, the poll was, I've never done a live event before, and something that's even scarier is I think I'm coming to this solo, so I just loved hearing your whole experience when you went to San Diego, and I was like, this is scaring me shitless, but it also feels super exciting. So I'm like, we're just gonna do it.
Well, I see you in the online space, Jess, and there are certain people that I see where when I have a conversation with them or I can feel their energy, I'm like, this woman's going places. Like, and maybe other people are inside of the space feel the same way about you, Jess, but I'm really excited for you. So welcome. And what can I support you with? What do you need support with?
So, and I listened to actually the replay this morning, and where you were in 2022 is kind of where I feel in my business right now. Like I'm in such a weird space, and I'm just wondering if you've navigated this, and I'll give you some context. For the last little bit, I would say like probably this year, I've just been feeling off in my business in the sense of, and this is the weird part, I love my offers. I love my clients. I get super excited and that lights me up, but it's not necessarily the marketing aspect. Like I used to be able to do content like that. Like it was my favorite part. And I'm just feeling this resistance and block to showing up and selling. And I've never had this in the entire time I've had my business. And so I did look, I was like, okay, well, is it the offers? Is it how I'm offering it? And when I look at it, I'm like, fuck no, like I'd pay me for this. So I'm just wondering if you've navigated that, because it's weird when the thing that you created that you're so passionate about, I'm feeling a little bit lost, which is really hard because I'm so driven, and to feel like I have to force myself to show up for something that I actually do love, but then not loving it. So it's like there's a lot of duality in that, and it's weird. And I'm like, somebody please help me.
Oh my God, Jess, I get this. I get this. So there are two pieces. One piece is, and I have this realization over and over and over again throughout the last 3.5 years, which is one, I will notice resistance to things in my life when I stop doing them. So for example, like, have you ever gone and you're in this crazy like workout plan and you're loving it, and then you go on vacation and maybe you don't work out as hard, and you come back home and you try and do the freaking Bulgarian split squat, which is my mortal enemy.
Oh,
And
that's the exercise.
it's the worst. I think we need to do them at Freedom of Queen Live. I'm planning like an exercise thing. So you come back and you try to do it and you feel this resistance. But as you immerse yourself and expose yourself to the exercise, you get better at it and it becomes second nature. And I've noticed this be a common thread within sales, within my business, within clients' businesses, where if you take off a longer period of time for selling, usually what happens is when you try and come back, the sales will be slower. And what's happening really from like an energetic standpoint is we're facing momentum again. And so now we have to get the wheel turning until the wheel is going faster and faster. And this is one of the reasons why I do, for my headquarters clients, mastermind clients, and everybody, I do recommend you sell and promote constantly, even if it's like a free offer, so that you don't hit this level of resistance. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. It feels like for me, it's like, I don't really want to sell this right now. Like, and there's no real reason behind it. It's like, you love the offer, you love the people inside, your clients inside of it, Jess, are crushing it, but you're like, I don't want to talk about it. And it's a muscle. So that's from more of like the strategy side. From an energetic side, I'm wondering if you need to do something new. And it could be like a low ticket masterclass, or a Telegram free training, or Jess, whenever I have a client in front of me and I know she's going to a bigger level, I always recommend you do some sort of events that kind of resets the standard for you and your community, but where you're taking them. So low ticket or a micro offer that's just like, this sounds so much fun. Let me get a bunch of people in this, deliver, serve, and on a completely new topic maybe you've never spoken on before.
Okay. Yeah, just something to like spice it up, essentially.
Yes, and maybe in a completely different arena, like something that you've never talked about before. It doesn't even make sense. You don't know if people will buy it, but you're just doing it for Jess's soul, to activate you. You're not doing it so other people buy it. It's like 100%, this sounds so much fun to you.
Okay.
And this is coming through right now. If you don't have an idea, I want you, particularly Jess, I don't know why I just feel this for you. I want you to I think it's your evening now, but maybe tomorrow, go do something really fun just for Jess that lights her soul on fire. And that could be like whatever, swimming, going for a walk, it could be anything that's fun for you. Go do something that gets you in this state of like, I came here to win. I'm getting like Eminem vibes. Like, let's freaking go. I have another client here, Irene, who we love Eminem, like that sort of energy.
Yeah, no, I love that. And it's funny that you said that, because just for me, I was at this point where like this week I'm actually taking a pause from social media, because I was like, I'm just too wrapped up in everything. And I love that you said like, go do something fun for me, because that was the intention when I got that call to like, just disconnect, like till next Monday, your business is going to be fine. Like, give back to you. So I love that you said that. I'm getting full body goosebumps. It's like, yeah, just selfishly pour into me, because I think I got depleted somewhere along the way and didn't refill, but I don't know where I lost that. I'm super animated, by the way, when I talk. So sorry.
That's your superpower. You're just like, hey, everybody. I'm like, turn that up even more. But you know what's going to happen? I bet you'll get a download during this week break come back on Monday, and I would come back strong with like an offer, so like something big. Actually, I've never done this before. Jess, would you like to be interviewed on my Instagram when you're back on social media?
Yes. Scared
Okay.
shitless. Like, yes. Are you serious?
Yes. Yes, I'm serious. Have you come whenever you're back, send me a message. We'll schedule with the team. We'll interview you on my Instagram, but have you like, and when you come back, I want you to come back with a bang. Like, it's like, I love, like, I live in Thailand, obviously. So I love like Muay Thai and like Jiu-Jitsu and things like that. It's like,
Muay Thai.
you do Muay Thai?
I just started it 2 months ago. It's funny that you said that.
So intuitive. You're like, this is so fun. Okay. So of course you are. So I want you to imagine, I tell this to clients sometimes, it's like you're in the ring and then me as your mentor, I'm in the corner, like putting your garden and like putting water on you. I'm like, you've got this, like go get back in the ring. And the thing about business, when you go buck wild, you said you were going to go in the ring, you're going to get punched in the face. Okay. Everyone here needs to acknowledge that. When you say you're going to go into the ring of life, of entrepreneurship, of doing something buck wild, you're going to get punched in the face. But having your mentor, like with Jess and I, like I'm in the corner with her, like tapping her down, getting the, like the towel, like let's go, okay. And then I'm in my own ring doing the same thing. You're going to feel another level of power. I have no fear for you, Jess. I'm really excited. So let's schedule the Instagram live, take this break, get the idea, come back with a bang.
I absolutely will. I appreciate you so much. And thank you so, so much.
Of course. Of course. Okay. So good. These hot seats today. Irene says, I literally always pretend I'm in spin class next to Bridget. Anytime I'm getting tired, there's always gas in the tank when I picture that. So Irene, what I'm thinking about doing at Freedom Queen Live is anybody that's in the VIP pass, one morning, we're going to do a workout together. Like early in the morning before we go into the day of the conference, that's like, let's freaking go. I once did a workout class with somebody and she was like, were you on another planet? So I was thinking we can bring that to Freedom Queen Live for people that sign up for the VIP pass. And I think I told you guys this, maybe it was on 50 to Freedom, but the human spirit is so powerful. You are so powerful. Maybe I told about this on 50 to Freedom, but I'll say it again. When I was working out with my trainer on Monday, I was talking with her about how when we were in Costa Rica, I would sometimes lift more than Robbie. And Robbie's very strong. Now he lifts more than me here. But I was working out with this trainer that just pushed me really hard. And she's like, that's because of your mindset. She's like, I can see it. I can see like there's this thing about you when you go into the ring, when you do something, it's like tunnel energy. It's like, I don't literally know how I'm going to do this, but you better believe I'm going to lift the weight and like find the way. And so I want to show that and embody that for you guys at Freedom Queen Live for the people in VIP. Okay. So I'm coming into the chat again. Let me go through, I think some people put the hot seats earlier. You guys loving this? Like Buckwild day 1 and day 2, so vastly different, but so good. Okay, let me see who's actually still on the call. Let's bring up Christine, and then we'll do Christine and then Taryn. So Christine, are you still with us? And Christine is coming to Freedom Queen Live, and I think you're going to be coming to Costa Rica with all the affiliates that you're bringing to Freedom Queen Live.
I hope so. That's the plan. Okay. So I'm going Buckwild, like really Buckwild. But let me tell you what I'm trying to do. And
Okay.
so it was called the Desire Code, but I changed it from shame to fame because what we're going to do is talk about the plight of a couple of celebrities and how they alchemize shame into fame, and then talking about how that really connected to their deepest desires. So I have that going. That's the pre-sale for $297. And I wanted to do like a 2-day or a 2 to 5 day Telegram experience, like low ticket. So it's kind of like a mini mine experience to promote that probably, I don't know, $11, 111, I haven't decided. So I have that going. Then one of my former clients, she has multiple seven figures now, and she's like, it's all because of you. And we talked. And so we're doing a like mini mind for like $22 that's called Seven Figure Standards. That's happening this month. And then we're also doing the Paradox, like a mastermind experience that's like a four-figure experience that's for multi-six and seven-figure entrepreneurs. So that's happening this, well, we're promoting it this month. It wouldn't start until
Just like
August.
doing, I love it. You're like, I'm selling everything.
So it's a lot. And my question was, I'm going Buckwild, but I want to give each of these things like appropriate focus, you know. So I just wanted, like, how do you handle promoting a lot of stuff all at once?
Yeah. Well, I get this, and it's so fun. I think when you sell a lot of things, it gets you, you learn so much. And actually, selling a lot of things sells a lot of things. You know, it sounds like so profound, but it's true. The more you sell, the more money you make. And so I would stack the offers. So I want you to look at, okay, what offers are complementary to one another and which ones would lead into one another. So for example, it's like, if you have a low ticket, the $11 or $111 one, what one should we then sell after that? And then what I would do, Christine, is let's say you did your low into like the mid-level offer. At the same time of selling the mid-level offer, I would go into selling the high ticket offer at the same time, because a lot of people that upsell from, let's say, the $11 to the next tier one, they're going to want to join that higher level mastermind. The reason why I'm saying this is because I've known this for a long time. When people buy, they want to keep buying right away. Most of the time, the time when someone buys something from you to between the time they want to buy something again, it's about 10 days. 7 to 10 days is when they're like, I'm in. And the reason why, it's very similar to what I was talking about with Jess, with exposure and habits. So it's like, oh, they're already used to grabbing their credit card out of their bag, pulling it out, entering it in. They're going to want to do it again. But it's when the process of like when it stops, it's like you stop going to the gym and now you go back to the gym. It's like, oh, I got to do this again. So I would just sell them right into one another. And what's the next logical step for them?
Okay. So with the partnership one, it's the $22, then we can immediately give them the application for Paradox, like the mastermind, like immediately, instead of waiting for the seven-figure thing and then like, ta-da, here it is. We should say, hey, and if you would like to take this to the next level, sign up, like apply for this mastermind, because this is how much it'll be. And then that will be easy because those things will feed into each other. That's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing, kind of.
Yes, go for it right away. And what's the $11? Like, what's that smaller one? What is the
The
actual?
$11, the 3 to 5 day one, I haven't decided the timing. That's the one that I want to send them into shame to fame, or signing up for my 12-month long like experience. That
Okay,
one's probably going to be really fun.
so yeah, so I would go $11. What's the price of shame to fame?
Its pre-sale is $297, and then I don't know what the final price, maybe like $444 or $497 or something.
Okay.
Not too much. I want it to be like a nice little micro easy offer.
Cool. So, okay. So very simply then it would be the 11 or 111 to the 297 plus to the higher tier mastermind. But what I would do is, so when you're selling the, I would overlap these sales. So for some people, Christine, they need to like space it out where it's 1 week I'm selling the $11 and then for the next 2 weeks I'm selling the 297. Don't do that. Stack your sales. So everything is going to be kind of selling at once. But what happens is they feed into one another. And like I was saying, once they buy one thing, they're going to want to keep buying your other offers. So
how do you do that on the, is that mostly in stories? That would probably mostly in stories, but or on the feed? Because I do a lot of sales in Facebook, and Instagram is picking up, you know, but it's mostly like Facebook and maybe a little bit of stories.
On the Instagram feed, I mostly do lead gen sales. So what this would look like is selling people into the $111 offer on your feed. And then once they're in that, then selling them on the next tier offers, the two
Okay.
nights at the mastermind. Then what I would be doing though, is on your feed, be creating content around the higher tier mastermind.
Got it.
But
Fair
not
enough.
even selling. It's just like we're just like yesterday's post that I made about 100K months. I know that's for a very specific avatar. And at the end, I did a little call to action, like looking for a place to call home. This is the mastermind, but there's no hard sell. There's no like, and now you need to be a part of this, like, and now DM me to apply. It's just awareness around it.
Okay. Makes sense because all of this can feed into the paradox. So, okay. Thank you so much. Very helpful.
I'm so happy. Okay, I just realized that we are at time. And so Taryn, I know you joined VIP. Congratulations, Taryn, on joining VIP. You get the 2 hours of Telegram with me. And so we'll have a conversation inside of that space. How are you guys feeling now that we are officially complete with Buckwild? How are you guys feeling? I'm just making sure that we're good on time. Dang, I'm sad this is over. Lit up, Buckwild, activated, ready to go, 1000%. Buckwild, amazing. LFG, Taryn says yes. Awesome, Jenny Lynn says yes. Okay, so what's gonna happen next is Team Freedom Queen. Put the link one more time for Freedom Queen Live inside of the chat. I would love, love, love to see so many of you there. Isabel, I see you're here. Brittany, get your ticket. If you guys have been on the fence about Freedom Queen Live, I personally, like, this is just me, real talk. If I were you, I would sign up for Freedom Queen Live now so that you get all these bundles. Like, if this is me, this is what I would do. I would sign up for Freedom Queen Live now. I would get access to all of the bundles that we're selling included in the package. And then from there, I would take advantage of it all of the coaching, everything that's included in this insane bundle, so that when you get to Freedom Queen Live, you're completely transformed woman. Now, I'm saying I would do this because I moved now. I know some people are going to wait until August or September, and that's fine. But a couple of things are going to happen. One, we are going to raise the price for Freedom Queen Live as we get closer to it. Two, when you sign up for Freedom Queen Live, you get access to, I just saw Jamie come on. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's coming to Freedom Queen Live. When you sign up, you get access to a special hotel price point. You get access to a special hotel price point at the Vinoy when you book it with us. It's cheaper than when you sign up through the actual hotel itself. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have more tickets available than there are for the discounted hotel rooms. So the sooner you book the ticket, the sooner you can book your hotel room, the better the price point you get that at the hotel, also the better the room. And I love staying in like the best rooms in the hotels. If you have any questions about this offer, feel free. My DMs are open to ask questions. And then the bonus for the 30-minute call expires at my time tonight at 11 p.m. So 11 p.m. my time tonight, and we'll send out reminders. The 30-minute bonus call goes away. The entire Buckwild and Freedom Queen Live offer is available until Monday, July 8th. And then the mini mine will go away, down in the DMs course will go away, access to the membership will go away, all on Monday. So if you've been on the fence, make sure that you get your ticket. Yes, if you're out of the country and you already have plans, you can sign up and get the recordings and all of the bonuses. Telegram group is worth it. Okay, I will see you all in the online space. I'll see you at Freedom Queen Live, and go take your Buckwild action. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.